Hello Leo, welcome to your reading for the 21st until the 28th of March 2026. It's going to be general, so please take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. And let's welcome in the Archangels, Ascendant Masters, Light Beings, Spirit Guides, and of course our higher selves to assist with this reading today. Also any animal, ancestral or dragon guides that you may feel resonant with, Leo. Okay, let's have a look here. We'll see Seven of Cups, Justice, Ace of Swords, and the Three of Wands. Just recently, Leo, I think there have been some options that you've been running through here. You've got the Seven of Cups and Justice, and I'll show you in a moment. Well, here we go. Yeah, you've been running through some options, and maybe these options have become apparent to you, and you are kind of really trying to make a decision or do what's right for you here. Justice, okay. Nine of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So I think at the moment there's cup energy, okay? I think you're looking at moving towards something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling for you. 8 and 9 together here. And, you know, one of these 7 cups here could be the one, right, that you've chosen recently. And one of the underlying themes moving forward for you could be here, Leo, that the moon here is like you're going to slowly but surely make things clearer for yourself, or things will be revealed to you, or there's something that you are investigating with regard to your subconscious. So, but it's sort of like there's this slow, steady progress with something to do with your subconscious, but also working out what's true for you, which is kind of in alignment here with your Justice card as well. So this is going to be like an underlying theme, possibly, you know, for the next few weeks or months even, which is actually kind of a nice theme because it's looking fairly transformative for you, Leo, here, because you're going to be uncovering things and getting real too, if that resonates, if that phrase resonates. It's like if you've been doing things that have sort of haven't felt totally in alignment for you, I think recently you've kind of realized that, well, maybe you've identified what the distractions have been that have been there and sort of prevented you perhaps in some ways from aligning with your personal truth to the extent that you would like to. So there could be some distractions here that I think you are becoming more aware of. General direction moving forward is Ace of Swords and Three of Wands. So yeah, you're getting clearer. This is really nice to have Ace of Swords to sort of flow on from the moon, because it means that you are, you know, you're going to be picking up your sword of truth here, literally from the Justice card. These cards are very interconnected for you, Leo. This truth that you've just, I think, identified and you're sort of aligning with. There could be distractions or there could be options with regard to this for you, but whichever of those sort of things fits more closely for you. But it's to do with your personal truth and, you know, what's real for you, what's true for you, and also your values, like what you value in life, okay? And I think you're getting clear on, perhaps you're getting clearer on your values, your beliefs even, and, you know, your authenticity too, probably, you know, you're the true authentic you, Leo. And here you are, Three of Wands, getting ready to take that step into, you know, even greater alignment for you. When I say alignment, we're talking about mind, body, spirit kind of coming together, talking about acting from a place that is very authentic. So being in the world in a very authentic way, not feeling as though you have to put yourself too much of yourself to the side as you go through A and B. I mean, sometimes we do need to do that. We need to bracket out ourselves so we can function. But if we do that all the time, a lot of the time, we kind of end up, we can kind of miss participating in allowing our authentic self to express itself in our lives, okay, Leo? So I feel that this is, most people are to some degree a bit authentic, okay, but I think we're going to get more and more authentic and more spiritual and more true to ourselves as we go forward. And I think this is the refining process that you're going to be involved in moving forward, Leo, is moving into your personal truth. That sword there is like, shining brightly, very, that color blue, like this true blue idea. You also have with your 8 and 9 of Cups, this energy that you're in at the moment. This is like lots of blue. So water, true blue could be a little mantra that you might want to say to yourself, maybe you're going to incorporate that. I'm going to be true to me or something like that. Or to thine own self be true. That's a little saying, isn't it, that we can use. Yeah. And dragon energy could be something that you are tapping into to help you to align with your personal truth as well. I'll just give this one more shuffle and then we'll grab some possible outcomes and challenges that you may come up against. Ace of Swords again. Okay. High Priestess. Temperance. And the King of Wands. Leo. Okay. Possible outcome is that, yes, indeed, this is to clarify the direction moving forward, is this clarity, it's insight, it's your personal truth. And your knowing your intuition has something to do with this as well, Leo. So your intuition, your deep knowing, your ability to be patient and, wait for the right timing and that sort of thing. This is going to be part of your authentic self moving forward, I feel. And it's almost as well as like your intuition and your logical mind are going to be working in tandem together. This is a really powerful outcome, possible outcome, okay, Leo? So if you are aligning with what's going to be fulfilling you emotionally and you're moving towards that, it's really helping you to sort of release anything that's not serving, or release any falsity or illusion that you've been operating under, if that resonates, okay? That was something to do with shifting your beliefs and your values so that they come more in alignment with you personally. If you've been aligning yourself with other people's values and not really knowing what your own are, maybe you're going through a process of identifying your values and beliefs, okay? And here you are, this is your deep inner knowing, your inner wisdom is going to be your guiding part of your guidance system, your inner guidance system, okay? Listening to your own inner wisdom, Leo. In the position of the challenge, you have Temperance and the King of Wands. Temperance is about balance and alchemizing things. And King of Wands, of course, Leo, is this, fiery energy, being able to hold space, but also being passionate. I think this is even your energy. If you're the fixed fire sign, I think the Kings are either fixed or cardinal, depending on your philosophy and, what you ascribe to. So, yeah, this could actually be your empowerment. And maybe for a time, as you go through this transition of aligning, I guess realizing your sovereignty and the power that you have, to alchemize and to create balance for yourself, it could possibly be a challenge for you to realize that at this time, but that sort of makes sense because you're going through a process of alignment. You're coming into greater alignment. Temperance can talk about juggling things too. So if you're very busy generally, Gemini, I mean, it could be there could be some challenges in terms of how you are integrating your personal fulfillment into your daily life, maybe your work life, family life, personal, social life, whatever resonates there. Because, if you're very busy, Leo, then, things could potentially come in on top of your, perhaps your goal or your aim to become clearer in yourself. Let's grab some spirit guidance now, which will help us with the, this is really good to come out for you, Leo. It's Page of Earth, very grounded, going to nature, and that will help you to align with your clarity. It will also help you to tune into spirit and tune into your higher self, to be out in nature. And also, kind of not underestimating the power of activating your inner child, okay? Messenger of Air, which is the Knight of Swords. So Spirit's saying to actively investigate, communicate with people you need to communicate with, speak your mind, speak your truth, and investigate, be open to the downloads, be open-minded, and let's have a look here. King of Earth, so King of Pentacles as well, so very grounded energy. And this can be, Spirit's just saying that you have a certain amount of abundance, and for you to really honor that, okay? Justice again. Okay, this is the start here of something recently you've aligned with your personal truth. So this is confirmation. Spirit guidance is for you to honor that. Okay, same card, which is pretty cool. Yeah, because I think you're listening more to your emotions now, but you're also doing this in a grounded way. So you're being practical. But this is sort of generally the way things happen. The more we expand our consciousness and open into other areas of our being, Gaia sort of meets us with offering up more frequencies to help ground that energy, because it can be a lot. So we need to sort of really accept that assistance from Gaia energetically, okay? Wow, Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, yeah. So a lot of movement, a lot of change, and this could be, part of what is going to, I guess, cause a bit of a challenge in the area of creating balance. Is if things get overly busy, then, things can become out of balance a bit. Yeah, I think with this King of Wands energy, this is the fire, and Spirit sort of matching this with the earthing again, the King of Pentacles, okay, King of Earth. So if you feel passionate, inspired, and you're getting really super busy, and this is kind of going into the Eight of Wands, right? Then if things feel like they're becoming out of balance, okay, which is going to be a challenge, to really just, I guess, do something practical with your hands, do something physical. This is the earth, the remedying of the earth element, okay? Doing something practical, creative, doing something around the home. Some stuff with your hands, practical stuff, creative stuff. It's not just about making money, the earth card, okay? It's about activating body, okay? Body, mind, and spirit together. And what else do we have in terms of remedy? Well, yeah, this is like the inner child earth. So something that's just come to my mind is like, for example, if as a child you really love to play in the dirt, maybe go out and do some gardening or something. There might be something in your childhood, Leo, that you can tap into that's kind of connected to the earth element in some way, that's going to help you to ground as you go forward into this higher consciousness and looking at your values and all that sort of thing, and finding your personal truth here, and also uncovering this subconscious stuff. Sometimes that can be patterns from childhood as well that you might be looking into, okay? Patterns of thinking, feeling, behaving. And yeah, the Messenger of Air, This is also, I think, an interesting thing in terms of if you feel that things are going out of balance here, because this is in the challenge, is to really, I guess, almost listen to yourself and listen to the messages that you are sending yourself here, Leo. So if things are, if they're getting overly busy and you're getting out of balance and you're losing touch with, your personal truth and your plan here of emotional fulfillment and moving into that, it's about creating some awareness about when that happens so that you can almost send yourself another message or I guess I'm trying to get it is to activate some mindfulness around that, because you might be able to, Spirit's saying, you might be able to reorient yourself using the power of the mind. Okay, but the awareness is the first step, and I feel like I've said that a few times in readings over the last, for some reason. Two of Swords. So Leo, there could be, this is like the two sides to the coin, or the two things that need integrating, or there's a decision, or you're waiting on something. And maybe this is to do with that choice. Maybe there's a choice that you're needing to make and a decision around that, obviously. But it could also be talking about this idea of balance. We've got the two, that infinity symbols, like this cycle, like the 8, like there's two circles or two cycles, but it's looking like there's possibly two elements you're working with here, Leo, and that is, I think it's going to predominantly be air and earth. So if you're doing a lot of consciousness stuff, doing a lot of thinking and processing, it's like grounding and balancing that out with the earth element, okay? But you're also incorporating more water in, because you're, moving into emotional fulfillment here as well. Justice, again, okay. Not twice, but thrice. We have the justice for you, Leo, which means you're moving into your personal truth. And it could also mean that at this time, maybe there are legal documents or there's some paperwork or something like that that you're involved with. Definitely looking at your values and beliefs. Okay, it could be a thing that you're doing at the moment. But there could be some emotion around that as well, obviously. You have this with the 7 of Cups. I think there could be like a decision that's sort of, a bit emotional that maybe you are needing to make as well. 9 of Air or the 9 of Swords. Now this is a different depiction. This person here does not look stressed, but what she's doing is spreading her wings, which I think is what you are doing here as well, Leo. You're moving into higher consciousness, which is, the birds are very high consciousness beings, and they've been put on Gaia to assist us with our ascension. And I feel that these birds here can either represent the high frequencies coming in for you, Leo, but they could also represent potentially other energies that could create, some disturbance. Okay, for you in your alignment process. But really, this is probably the only, this is probably, there's not very many kind of negative type of cards in here, and it's generally a very positive reading, so it's like there's a positive flow happening. And I think we're even going to say that this is a positive 9 of Swords, because it's like literally that higher consciousness, and I think you're feeling into that, Leo. You're feeling into it, and because of that, you're going to be able to align with your values and, and make the decisions that you want to make that will ultimately allow you to move into this beautiful 9 of Cups here. Emotional fulfillment, which is, it feels like this is your energy at the moment. And, so maybe there's something that's a decision that's come in to sort of challenge you on that, but I think you are going to be realigning, you're getting clear, you know, you're taking the steps that you need to take. You know, 2 aces of swords here as well, and a high priestess and temperance, and, you know, this is a really awesome reading. Justice 3 times here for you, Leo. But you're sorting through some stuff, and you are taking it one step at a time. Underlying theme, you know, uncovering what's true for you step by step, okay? General direction moving forward is gaining clarity as you go, and the next phase is going to be characterized by greater clarity than you had previously, by the look of it. Yeah, so I think we might wrap it up there for you, Leo, but yeah, I hope that's been helpful. But, you know, a big call for you to remember to ground your energy and to, yeah, to create some awareness around if things get, you know, overly busy, frantic, or whatever, is to use your awareness of that, you know, send the message to yourself or be open to receiving that message from yourself, which is telling you this is out of balance, and then knowing what to do to ameliorate that if you can. Yeah. So I hope that's been helpful. Look forward to your next reading, Leo. In the meantime, have a great day, fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.